G'day guys, Space Jesus here again. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. So I'm not just standing in front of the wall fucking screaming at you like normal. I'm going to get a little bit more hands-on. So I'm going to drag you guys outside and show you how I do some imaging. Tonight we're going to look at M8 or the Lagoon Nebula. Let's get suited up and stuck into it. Now we've got everything put up. Let's have a rundown of what we're using tonight. For the scope, we're going to be using the Skywatcher EvoStar 72 ED. It's an apochromatic doublet. It's got a focal length of 420 millimeters and an aperture of 72. Next, we have our little guide scope here. This is just an Orion 50mm guide scope. And for guiding camera, we're going to use the ZWO ASI 120mm. Now, down to the business end. We have a ZWO manual filter wheel with 5 filters in it. Oh, 4 filters, one's empty. And on the back here, we have the ZWO ASI 138mm Pro cooled camera. This thing is amazing. I love it. Before I was shooting with DSLR, what I'm shooting this on now, and the noise readout was ridiculous. This thing, now that I can drop it below 30 degrees below ambient temperatures, smicker noise profile. Absolutely love it. And all of this is chucked on top of a Skywatcher NEQ6 Pro mount. This is stock at the moment, but I'm getting belt mods and new bearings and shit put in it soon. So that's to look forward to. Well, skies are clear. Now we wait. Fucking hang on. Get fucked. Some of you might be wondering what the fuck this is. Well, it's coming in a future video. I'm just got a couple more kinks to work out of it. When I can't picture space from Earth, just say we use this to picture Earth from space. Alrighty, now, how do we control all of this? Well, everything runs through this laptop. I have a serial cable connected to my SynScan hand controller with all the applicable drivers on there for ASCOM. And basically, I run everything through a program called APT, or Astrophotography Tool. And I use PHD2 to do all my guiding. So when it gets a little bit darker, we'll do our drift alignment for polar alignment, because light pollution where I am is so bad that I can't see the octans. Also, side tip, these 2 security cameras here are not only to make sure no one pinches my scope, but I stole this idea from Chuck's Astrophotography. This is to make sure that while I'm slewing my scope remotely from inside, I can log onto my phone and check to make sure there's no cables getting snagged up or anything like that. So it's good to have a peace of mind and be lazy as fuck and not have to come out and check it in the freezing cold. Let's head inside and have a look what happens on the other end of things. Right, now we're back inside. So we can get stuck into all of the remote stuff. So we can stay nice and toasty in here and not have to sit outside and freeze our ass off. So what we're going to do is connect to our laptop outside with a free piece of software called TeamViewer. Anyone can get TeamViewer, unless your name is Trevor Jones. Here you can see our desktop for our laptop outside, and let's have a look at our guiding. So this is PHD2. So that little black telescope that was on the side is what's called a guide scope. And what auto guiding is that little camera on the back of it will pick a star here, and it will keep taking pictures of the star. And if that star moves anywhere other than where it should be, it sends a signal to the mount and say, hey, go over here, catch up, this is where you're supposed to be. So guiding really just helps you stay nailed on that target. And a nice tight guiding graph like this is what you're going to get with good polar alignment as well. This is APT, or Astrophotography Tool. I think it was about $9 when I bought it. It's a great piece of software. I've got access to all sorts of tools in here and I can interact with my mount. For example, there is a full catalog of deep sky targets, named stars, nebula, galaxies, all kinds of stuff. I've got integrated plate solving, so I haven't got to worry about alignment anymore. I can just go beep boop, plate solve, done, and I'm off to the races. And it also makes going back to targets I've shot previously a lot easier with the way they do the plate solving. So I can load in, say, if I want to continue this project tomorrow, I can take this picture, put it back into APT and say, hey, I want you to go exactly there. It'll look at all the stars, go, yep, okay, we'll try and match this up with what's in the sky. center it, and I can keep running along. Well, as you can see, we've already got some data starting to come in. This is in black and white because we're using a monochrome camera. Monochrome cameras are a lot more sensitive to light than color cameras, and you'll get a lot more signal to noise ratio out of them. The benefit of this camera is it's also cooled, so I can drop this below ambient temperatures to help drop that noise floor even lower. So right now, it's sitting at a very frosty minus 24 degrees Celsius. We're also shooting in narrowband tonight. So this shot in particular is hydrogen alpha. So we're gonna shoot about 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Now that that's all set up and rolling, we can get to the more important things like drinking piss and watching Dylan O'Donnell videos. If you don't know who this bloke is, he's an astro YouTuber from Byron Bay, and he's one of the reasons that I'm doing YouTube today. He's one of my biggest inspirations, and his videos have helped me a shitload into getting to where I am today. So go over and show Dylan some love. He's definitely worth your time.
Do you want to come to bed?
No, I'm doing space stuff.
No? What about now?
Nah, she's right. Clouds. Every damn time. Fuck me. Come on, Terry, you're good with this stuff. She's got to be a bloody witch.
Why is that?
Every time she shows me her boobs, it's cloudy. Explain that.
You're a fuckhead, eh? She put her fucking knickers over your guide scope, you drongo.
Oh.
Go away. Don't talk to me.